What's up, guys? This is Eric the Cosmic Wizard, and welcome to Cosmic Tarot. This is going to be a reading for my Virgos. What's up, Virgo? So Virgo, you know, y'all are my favorite Earth sign because I'm a Pisces. So that means you guys are like my other half, right? Because you know, you're number 12, you're number 6, or you're my other half, Virgo. So let's see what's going on with my Virgos, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. All right, let's see here. And honestly, I wanted to say this because I know I'm doing Virgo. I read my cards in a very unorthodox way, which may not be what Virgos are really drawn to. But I want to let you know there's no right or wrong way to do tarot cards. There's no right or wrong way to do a spread. These are my cards. This is my spreads. These are my messages for you all. And I hope they resonate. And I want them to. And I know they will. So, with that being said, I'm going to pull a card to see how your overall energy is. Ooh. The Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So you could be in a time of reflection here around your finances or like your stability, security, something in the material world. Meaning like some type of tangible thing. Your monies, your investments, your like something. You're looking back and you're trying to figure out where did I go wrong, what happened, or something like that. Like that's your overall energy. Is like you are reflecting on your life decisions is what I'm hearing. Okay. So let's get the tea. Let's get the little scoop and drop before we get really started into this reading. I want to see what we're going to be looking at. There are going to be some major themes here for you. Girl fight. What's up with the stalker, child? Is there a spirit over here stalking everyone? Virgo or Leo got stalking. Okay, let's... Ooh. Creeping. Someone's been creeping. You could have somebody on here that could be lurking on your page. I don't know if the kids still say lurking or not. You could be lurking on somebody's page. You could be keeping an eye on somebody from a distance. This could be an ex-lover, a current lover, a co-worker, a boss, anybody in your life. Heavy boss, heavy work-related energy. Into you. Good chemistry. Great vibes. Positive. Okay, so maybe this is love. Or maybe you love your boss. Maybe you love your job. I don't know. But there is something about you right now, Virgo, that is either attracting someone or you are very attracted to someone. Hold on one second, y'all. My nose is right. Or not right, but I feel like I have something blow my nose. Oh, jeez, Louise. Eat your peas. And Queen Rising. Stepping into your power. Okay, so Leo just got this too. So we're going to keep it though. Because I'm going to see this for you. Stepping into power, praise, coming up, spotlight. Ooh. All right, so you could be feeling like you were just very much... I do apologize. You could be feeling like this energy where you feel like you're going to be recognized very soon here for all your hard work and everything. Sorry, I got to put that candle on the table. Actually, that's not a good idea. Oh, no, fuck it. It's okay. If I burn my house down, I burn my house down. I feel like you right now, Leo, or what's your name? Virgo, right now, you are very much in your energy of like feeling yourself. I feel like you're really feeling yourself. And like you creeping on somebody's page because you're trying to make sure this person feels the same way. And I think they do. I think they do's. I think your life like you back. So let's get into this reading. Let's see what's going on. But there is something here that you are not remembering fondly or looking back on. And then, damn, I should have did this more. Maybe you feel insecure about your body. Maybe you feel insecure about your financial situation, your housing situation. And it's like, I can't date you because I don't feel good about myself or something like that could be going on. Let's get into it. Let's see. Okay, yeah. Two of Cups in reverse. I feel like you could have been, in the past, someone who didn't necessarily, like, have the best experiences with love or relationships, either, like, with your family or just people in general. You could be coming from a place where, like, you had a lot of fighting growing up, a lot of domestic things going on in your household. The Ace of Swords. So I feel like you definitely, this is the beautiful thing about you, Leo. Or, I'm so sorry, I keep calling you Leo. I apologize. This is very much a Virgo energy. You saw some behaviors that you did not like, or something happened and impacted you in a negative way, but you have cut through the bullshit. Like, that's what you do, Virgo. That's what you do. You took it for what it's worth, you took it on the chin, and you made the decision, okay, well, I'm not going to be like that. My kids won't see anything like that. I'm not going to grow up in poverty. I'm not going to do that to myself. And you've made a lot of corrective actions to get to where you are going. And in the current place, you got this Ten of Swords in reverse. So I feel like I apologize for what I'm about to say because I'm about to piss you off. And I've been doing that with these last couple signs. And you know what? I don't know who told you that tarot readers are just going to tell you everything you want to hear and tell you all the good, fluffy things. Am I sitting there trying to tell you all the nasty, horrible things about yourself? No, I'm going to tell you the truth, the honest truth, and nothing but the truth. And what you need to hear right now is somebody is playing the victim. And you could be putting 20 on 10 when it comes to how you felt in a situation. What I mean by putting 20 on 10 is, okay, so let's say you grew up in a middle-class household. You had two parents, but they both had jobs. Maybe you went to your parents really worked hard to send you to a really nice school. Well, at the end of the day, you went to a really nice school still. Yeah, you had two parents that had to work overtime to get you in that school, and a lot of your other friends' parents didn't. But that was a sacrifice that your parents made because they loved you. So don't keep acting like you were this disadvantaged youth. You weren't. I'm not saying that that's just an example. Please don't get mad at me. And I'm not saying it to be defensive. I'm saying it to be like, look at how much people love you and they were willing to sacrifice for you. So think of that part. Don't think about my mom wasn't there because she had to work all the time. I never got to see her. Yes, that does suck. And I'm not trying to say, don't feel some kind of way, because that would not be a spirit to ignore how you feel. But also see it in totality. It wasn't like they were working to stay away from you. They weren't working because they didn't want to spend time with you. This is what they had to do to give you a better life. And that's just an example. Apply it how you need to. I'm just trying to give an example that I think a lot of people could relate to. There's a situation here where you went through something that was sad. You overcame it, and it was for the better for you, right? In the past. So don't use that. Okay. I'm going to hold on to that thought. I'm not going to say it out loud right now, but something is coming through, and I'm going to wait till I do some more cards to see if it clarifies. But I'm getting to this. I'll tell you right now because you don't think I'm crazy. Something just told me, don't use something to justify a bad behavior. What I mean is, for example, if you like to drink, you drink. Don't use it as the reason why you drink, you drink. Don't be like, well, my parents had to work a lot and I never got to see them, and that made me. Don't do that. And my parents, when they got home, all they do was drink. So, and now I overwork. So now, on your shit. You do that pretty well anyway, Virgo. Sometimes a little too well, to the point to where you take on so much stuff that it's hard to really tell which is yours and which isn't yours. Kind of like me as a Pisces, but you get to a point to where you've taken on so much you can't even take on what you're supposed to be taking on. Ooh, confirmation pipes. It's talking. The Star card. Yes, I love this for you. I love this for you because I love you. And the Star card here is letting me know that you are going to really overcome some shit and you're healing. And yeah, you may be in a low phase right now. You may be a little, butthurt about something. But I see you bouncing back and healing from that. Yeah, and then you have this Five of Pentacles here. So I feel like I'm not going to take this card because it just didn't come out the way I wanted it to. That didn't sound right. No. This isn't how you really feel. This is what you're afraid of. You're afraid of this Five of Pentacles, this feeling of being rejected. That's what you're trying to run from. But that's not your outcome. You have this Queen of Cups in reverse. This I am taking because let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Leo. Y'all gonna get so mad at me. Y'all gonna dislike this video because I didn't call y'all Leo so many damn times, Virgo. Maybe, is there a Leo that is on your mind? I mean, I know I just did Leo, but I did meditate and clear Leo, channeled in Virgo. Let me do it again. There could be a Leo, or there's this Leo energy. The zodiac signs that you touch, Virgo, Leo, and Libra, there's a lot of spilling over of traits and things, right? So we're not all just like one thing. It's all fluid, right? Let me tell you something, Virgo. When this star comes out, don't switch up on people. Don't turn into this Queen of Cups in reverse, this bitch who may be emotionally blackmailing people, or someone who could, the more they're seen, the more their insecurities get spotlighted. Look, Beyonce is a Virgo, right? So Beyonce is one of the most famous people in the world, whether you like her or not, right? And she's in this imaginary beef that people put her in with Taylor Swift, right? And Taylor Swift fans are Taylor Swift fans, and Beyonce fans are Beyonce fans, and there's probably a lot of in between. There is really no need to compare these two people. And I'm sure Beyonce isn't really comparing herself to Taylor Swift, or Taylor Swift is comparing herself to Beyonce. But I've noticed in Virgo people is they have this perfection, unrealistic perfection thing, almost like me. I see that in myself too, where I'm gonna be the best at everything, so because I don't want to hear your mouth. I don't want to hear nobody say anything bad about me. So I'm gonna make sure that I'm perfect. Had to blow a candle out. So, for example, there was an interview Beyonce did one time, and she was just so bad at public speaking to the point where now she doesn't even give. You rarely see Beyonce do a public interview. No one's going to get a sound clip from her, right? And there's some things about Beyonce that I'm not too thrilled on. Her prices of tickets, right? So Beyonce knows she's the queen bee, never wants to see her. She gonna sell the show if it's the tickets are $2,000 or $250. Beyonce, and also I understand that these concerts, I'm sure only a fraction of it really gets to her. I'm sure she got to pay the manager, the producers, the venue, the blah 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 blah. So whatever left is what she gets, right? And she wants a lot, so that's why them tickets is a lot. But do you really gotta, do you really need $4,000 seats, Beyonce? I mean, damn, if you walk away with a couple $1,000,000 from the tour, like, is that gonna impact you versus if you only walked away with 100,000? Once you have so much money, like, I don't feel like there's an extra couple million isn't gonna really make a difference in your lifestyle. There's probably really no difference in the way someone who has $50 million and someone who has $40 million live. I don't know. I don't have none of that. So what you get? I feel like there's this energy around you, Virgo, that where you start to shine, you start to switch it up. And Spirit could be warning you, I'm warning you, don't do that. Keep it the same, because you're going to end up blocking your blessings if you start acting like a little diva. A diva is not a female version of a hustler. A hustler has no gender, just like a diva. A diva is a spoiled brat, male or female. We don't have time for spoiled brats. This is the age of like deconstructing like celebrity fan worship culture. So we really not here for all that. Not in this economy, goddamn me. All right, let's look into the subconscious layer of this situation here. Look, like I said, this Queen Rising, yeah, and there is a loving image in that. Whatever you do, if this is a relationship, there's someone here that loves you. If this is work, if this is your craft, you're really good at it. You have great energy. People want to be around you. People love you for you already. They don't need like this pain that you are, projecting onto yourself so deeply. Cut that shit out. I mean, it's like the opposite of Leo's reading, where like Leo was trying to come off as like very like happy and jovial in the midst of like this sadness and underneath all of that, and them not, stay humble, but also don't act like a victim. So now we got what is this? The Seven of Wands here. So yeah, like I said, you've overcame a lot of shit with this Two of Wands. Maybe the Two of Cups in reverse and the Seven of Wands underneath it. You could have seen some shit at home. You could have seen some. You could have seen Mama go upside somebody's head with a stick. You could have been in a household that was very not safe for kids. Let's just say that. And you've overcome that. You've overcome that pain, that turmoil, that grief. The Chariot in reverse. Yeah, girl, look at this. Look at this nonsense. The Chariot in reverse and the Ace of Swords here. So I feel like, Virgo, I love you. This Chariot in reverse energy is all about your public persona. So in the past, you may have been someone who you very much spoke very ill of certain people from your past in the publicly. Like you're not someone who shies away from telling people what happened to you in your childhood or in your past or whatever. And it's not like in a bad way. It's more like a transparent way. Think of like, okay, Jay-Z, I'm going to keep going Beyonce because she's the most famous Virgo. Beyonce was cheated on, right? And you would think someone of that caliber, someone who is that much of a star, wouldn't want the world to know that. But not only did she want the world to know that, she made an album about it. And not just an album, she made Lemonade, which was a great album. Wasn't her best, but it was a good album. You can't take that away from her. She, and maybe some people's opinions, she really, maybe she over highlighted some things because you went through all of this I'm sorry, I ain't sorry, all that, this whole, you know, whatever you went through, this public embarrassment, but you're still with him. Which means that, you are someone who is able to show forgiveness and at least be able to move past the situation. But I also have this energy, or a lot of people feel like this too, but if you're not going to leave, then why are you over here making a whole album about it? You made a whole album, and this man that cheated on you, and you still stuck with him. So some people may look at that as like, so what was the whole point? Like, you just did this for the views or attention. And that's not true. But I'm saying that could be some low vibrational people's point of views if you leave yourself open like that. The Strength card in reverse. Yeah. Right now, you're going through I don't want to say you're weak. You're honestly not weak at all. I think you may lose control. Whatever you are repressing is about to come out. The Strength card in release, you're about to explode. And we're going to figure out what that is. I think it's a lot to do with this outrage that you, I don't want to say disproportionately you're feeling. But you're projecting something super hard, and it's about to come out with like a fire like not seen before. Three of Swords and the Three of Swords. Damn. Why do I feel like you're about to blast like something? How do I say this? Three of Swords is not good. Let's just say that. This heartache, this is heartbreak, this is pain, this is suffering. Almost the reverse of, like I said earlier with Leo, where Leo has a sad story that they need to share. Be careful not to overshare, Virgo. Some things that are not necessarily your story to tell. You may be telling someone else's story. I'm not saying you are. Well, I kind of am. But be careful that you don't. Yeah, because then we have the High Priestess here in reverse. Because you know what you're doing. The Queen of Cups in reverse and the High Priestess in reverse. I feel like you are willfully not. You are in jeopardy of maybe willfully not wanting to see this truth in the situation, or not wanting to see your wounds that need to be healed. The Queen of Cups in reverse. I feel like this could be some childhood wound, some underlying issues, right? But like, which is really odd because Virgo, you're a very private person, but I see you misbehaving in public. Now let's get into this because I don't understand. Because someone's really into you. And we have them creeping. We got some into you. You may have some eyes on you. You have eyes on you. And I think in a good way, people want to see you. They see you as a very positive, loving, person. And there is this, like, this false, like, you have, like, you could be feeling really down on yourself for no good reason, and people are just like, I don't understand why you feel this way. Like, and I'm not saying this to be like, you should feel however you want to feel, but there may be people who feel disconnected because what you're saying isn't necessarily lining up with, like, story. Maybe let me just get some more cards out, because y'all being a Virgo, y'all starting to pull y'all energy back. Cross watchers, whoever. Okay, we have the Three of Pentacles in reverse. So yeah, there was a lot of, okay, Ooh, I just heard your childhood may have not been very good, and then you got the Nine of Wands here. Lord have mercy. Wow. You have like this need to wanna. Okay, thank you. This is starting to make more sense now. You feel as if you are walking around as if everyone can see all your wounds. I was misinterpreting this. And this is a perfect opportunity to showcase some of this, what I'm saying to you. I'm over here thinking that you are like trying to project this image of like all this bad stuff. No, I was misreading it. You are afraid that people can see your wounds, or you are over. Okay, put it like this. Let's say, okay, I got a little bit of whatever acne this is right here, right? You know, I could be, oh my God, I'm so like embarrassed the camera, and I could be doing all this shit, and I'm just like looking on the side, and you're like, what the fuck is he doing? Like, why is he doing all that? And it's just like, I got this pimple, I want everybody to see it, and it's like, girl, you have a little pimple on your face, okay? That's, you're human, that's normal. No one's tripping out. Oh my God, he has a fucking pimple on his face. Click off this video. Yeah, I mean, shirt's clean, there's no boogies in my nose. You're good, right? You know, oh my God, oh, my Mercedes has a little nick on the emblem. Okay, well, that's fine. It's not like you ain't got a bumper hanging off. You're not one of the Nissan girls riding around with a smashed in back bumper. No shade to the Nissan girls walking around, driving around with a smashed in back bumper. But I'm just saying, like, don't. That could be what's going on, because this Nine of Wands here is someone who's trying to guard, but then there's this Ace of Swords here. So it's like you have this desire to want to address these issues, right? So you could be needing to talk to a therapist, or you feel like maybe you need to find a safe person to talk to because you're afraid of this Chariot in reverse has come out before, where you've had these situations. It's kind of like, I've been this person before. You ever been going through some shit and you probably shouldn't have been drinking, and to like trick yourself into feeling better, you like, I'm gonna go out to a party, I'm gonna go to the bar and just fucking forget about whatever happens. You get down to the bar, and because you really should just be at home working on you, but instead you wanted to self-indulge, you make an ass of yourself. You're at the bar, and now you're like fall down drunk. They're like, you need to go home, and you're like, oh my God, why did I do that? Like, I was already having a shit day, and then I went and fucked it up even more by like embarrassing myself, and then you're like super embarrassed, but it's like, oh, you were having a bad day. You was having a case of the man problems. I got it, and it was just, you just for your own sake you need to go, and you're tripping, like you're thinking everyone's just like they fucking hate you for it, and it's like been there, done. Everyone's been through it, right? Don't get so caught up in being perfect that you forget that you're human. Ooh, yeah. Don't try to be so perfect that you forget that you're human. Because when you forget that you're human, that's when you start making all the mistakes. You know? And sometimes some of the best things have came from mistakes. Like aluminum foil. I'm not gonna waste too much time thinking about it, but you know. Anyway, in the past, you've had to do some work that you may not have wanted done. You've seen some things. People haven't always been the best to you growing up. Currently, we have this King of Swords in reverse. So I feel like there is an ignorance, not in you, there is something that you aren't seeing clearly. You have a attitude or someone here has a, it could be a man. Someone could be telling you, someone, Lord, there could be someone here who's trying to shit on you by bringing up the past things that you have done before. This could be someone who doesn't want to forgive you. Let's say you, every time you get to an argument, but your spouse is like, okay, well, remember that one time when you didn't do what I said that I asked you to do? Like, remember when I asked you to take the trash out and you said you were going to take it out and you didn't take it out? And I came back home from work and the whole house smelled like ranted meat because I told you to take the trash out. And like, I had to keep telling you, and it's like this person, there could be someone who is constantly ignorant around you, and they are purposefully, and when I say ignorant, I don't mean like I mean intentionally being unintelligent about a situation. Someone is intentionally saying things to hurt you, possibly in the present, and you are taking it on as, you're right, I'm the fuck up, I'm the wrong person. And who the fuck is this person? Because I don't like this energy. Justice in reverse and the Hermit. Okay, big Virgo energy here. Babe, with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. You do not deserve this. No, I'm about to smack the shit out of you. You over here, don't accept this abuse from me. I'm not going to smack the shit out of you for real, I promise. I don't know who you is. Don't be over here thinking that you deserve this abuse with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, the Hermit, and the Justice in reverse. Because this is big arcana. So this is you. This is you energy. And whoever this person is, this person could be projecting all this shit onto you because this person feels they're not the fucking best person either with the King of Swords in reverse. I'm going to work out my bicep. Anyway. I feel like you are putting too much pressure on yourself to be perfect. And the Justice card in reverse is telling me that you have an imbalance. There is an imbalance in you and this person in this connection. Because why is this person trying to make you feel so negative? This person is fucked up in the head. Two of Swords and the Ace of Wands. Yeah, this person drives. This person's goal. This person's motivation for saying these ignorant things to you is to keep you fucking confused and in the dark. This person is wanting to keep you confused and in the dark. And they think that they can do that. They can control you. They can move towards you by keeping you in this state of confusion. But we're finna cut through all that shit. Okay? Because we don't have time for that energy. Because you don't deserve to be made to feel this way. And it's taken me this long to realize that this could be someone pulling the strings. Because this person has gotten into your brain. And this person has made you... You have allowed this person... So that's what you did. You have allowed this person to convince you that you were the problem. Or you are the problem in the situation. That you are somehow... It's like a kid blaming themselves for their parents getting divorced. And you're like, you know, that may be normal to think when you're like 5 or something. But like, you're 40-some years old, maybe. 30-some, 20-some years old. And now your partner is like, well, you know, our relationship isn't going well because, you know, your parents' relationship was rocky and don't do that shit, motherfucker. Don't use that shit against me. You aren't doing what you're supposed to be doing. You are showing up as the King of Swords in reverse. Not you, Virgo. I'm talking about this person. They're showing up as the King of Swords in reverse as an ignorant piece of shit. And they're trying to gaslight you into thinking that you're the problem because they probably don't want to change who they are. Or they know that if you were to change and you were to level up, you may leave them behind. And that would mean that they would have to also level up. And this person could be lazy. The King of Swords in reverse. This could be a lazy ass motherfucker. We're gonna get into them in a second here. But let's finish this with this Star and the Three of Cups. Because what is this? What is this? You are shining and someone is subconsciously, you feel bad about it. Is that it? Do you feel guilty for having public recognition? Is Beyonce Is Beyonce secretly sad because Solange, sometimes people perceive her as being the lesser child when she's probably in reality cool with being who she is? And that's the other thing. We people, regular folks, let's stop projecting how we think somebody may feel in the situation. And I'm not saying this to like get on anybody, or this could even be the whole case. I'm sure Solange knows, is very confident in himself. I'm sure Kelly Rowland and I'm sure Michelle Williams are now walking around hating on Beyonce. They are probably very happy for her. They probably love her, and I'm sure Beyonce is a lovely person, and she's a Virgo. So if she eating good, they gonna eat good with her, and they got their own money because you know she ain't gonna pay for everybody. so they gotta have some money too. She gonna give you a job. She gonna be headlining, but she gonna make sure that you gonna open up, and she gonna pay you well too. You ain't gonna have, you can't get a new toilet seat in every fucking city you go to. You can't get a new toilet like she gets. But you gonna get your own room at least. What's this star about? About to pop you in your fucking mouth. I need to stop. Virgo, you have the Three of Cups here. Celebrate. What are you... You have so much good stuff coming towards you. But there is this guilt about it. Like you feel like you don't deserve it. And I don't like that for you because you do. You do. And you're about to self-sabotage here with this Queen of Cups in reverse and the High Priestess in reverse. Ooh, you just made me think of my friend. I love my friend to death. She's a Virgo. And she'll have so many ideas. 1 week she want to do this. 1 week she want to do this. She want to open up this truck. She want to do this. She want to do that. And I'm like, girl for a girl. I support anything and everything you want to do. But pick something that you want to do. And then, something comes up. Something happened. And it's like, you're not letting me down because you didn't do that. If you really, I know what it's like to really want to do something for 10 minutes and then have a completely different idea on it an hour from now. I get that. And that's okay. You don't owe anybody an explanation. And you're going to do some stuff that you really, really enjoy. And it may mean walking away from something that you really love right now, but the outcome is so much better. Because you're going to be celebrating here. And you're the star. You're being recognized. You're being loved. You're being loved on. And I think that's the problem, because this star is looking at this King of Swords in reverse. You may be leaving someone behind. Yeah, the creeping, the into you. You guys have good chemistry. You have a great vibe. You're very positive. But this person could secretly be jealous of you too. We're going to do some dark confessions here too. And the Magicians, I knew just right. But be careful though, because I don't know how the Magician is placed. It's placed over the Queen of Cups and the High Priestess in reverse. So don't be over here manifesting heartache or waiting for the shoe to fall because you feel more comfortable in chaos. I've always been more comfortable in chaos. So that's exactly why you need to be uncomfortable now and grow. Because you need to move towards calmer waters. There's not a cup in sight in this reading. Not for real anyway. We got 1 cup. What is this? That's the Strength card. 3 of Cups. 2 of Cups and 3 of Cups. So the love that and you're not like, this is the beginning of love. The love isn't as strong as it once was, maybe. This is a situation where it's more like a partnership than it is super romantic. But I feel like whoever this person is, and I didn't forget, we're going to get into this person. This person could be very, very toxic. And this person could be jealous of you. But they do love you. And the chemistry is good. The sex could be very good. But I don't know. And this person is into you. Someone could be into you and also be really bad for you. Like, they could just be unhealed themselves. Doesn't mean them a bad person. It just makes them not the best person for you. This King of Swords in reverse. The Emperor in reverse. Like I told you, yeah, this person feels very unsure of themselves. This person doesn't feel like they are the star in their own life. This person doesn't feel like they are in control. This person doesn't feel like they have authority. This person doesn't feel. This could be a masculine who feels very emasculated. You could be. You know where I'm going with this, right? So Beyonce, right? Now Jay-Z, right, is a billionaire or whatever, right? But Beyonce isn't as rich as Jay-Z. But let's not act like, and I can't, like I just said, we're not going to project people's emotions on each other, right? And I'm sure this isn't the case, but we'll just use that as an example because this could be something that a lot of people could latch onto and believe. Beyonce is a more famous, recognizable someone. You know, people talk about Jay-Z's looks, his appearance, and I'm sure you know. I don't care what nobody say. If the whole world is calling you an ugly, big nose, gorilla looking man, that shit don't feel good. And I'm not saying he is. I'm not saying he looks like that. That's it. I'm gonna set that right there. But that can't feel good to hear. That can't feel good. Damn, like, you know. But I'm sure he brought her his whole life. But at the end of the day, that ugly gorilla looking man got the best looking woman on the planet. Okay? And so maybe sometimes he'd be like, damn, you know, I want to be the cute one for a little bit. You know, I want to be the, you know, I want to be the prize. Why she always got to be the prize? Why can't I be the prize? It's like, well, you look like Kunta Kinte, so. Anyway, shut up, Eric. That was so bad. Please like this video and subscribe. I'm going to try to be better. But, and there's nothing wrong with the way Kunta Kinte look. There's nothing wrong with how anybody looks. Period. But this person, let's get off the looks. This person could be feeling very insecure about who they are because of your shine and your glow up. And I feel like you can sense that because you are a Virgo. You are an honorary water sign when it comes to intuition. Let's just put that out there. Let's talk about that. Y'all be having, that's because the Pisces Virgo link, we some of that psychic run off into y'all. You're welcome. Like we get some of that like practicality that we need to ground us a little bit. Thank you. So you could be picking up, like, you're very intuitive from an observable way. Like, you know, I'm not gonna do all that. You're intuitive. You pick up on things. Very analytical too. So you overthink a lot. And analytical and intuitive is like anxiety on steroids. Which is why you sometimes have a really hard time allowing yourself to truly feel happy. And I feel like you could be someone who has to shrink yourself sometimes. But I feel like you're like, you don't want to do that. But you're afraid of coming off as being like showboaty or braggy, which you shouldn't. Okay, what else about this person? The two of swords in reverse. Yeah, so this person's in their own head. This person doesn't want to go inside themselves. This person doesn't want to do the deep dive that they need to get their fucking shit together in their mind. They just want to keep projecting and causing chaos and confusion. And this person is going to bring you down if you allow this person to continue to get in your mind like that. Because what they're going to do is they're going to cause you to manifest or self-sabotage a lot of good shit that could be really beneficial for you and probably the collective in the world. And I feel like our gifts are not just to bring us pleasure. Our gifts are to, in my opinion, Pisces and me, the Jesus sacrificing person, I believe that my gifts are here not only for me, but to help other people. Because that's all I really want to do is help other people. And if my gift doesn't help people, is it really a gift? All right, so y'all got, this is a long ass reading. Ooh, okay, so we're gonna do some of the Dark Confession Oracle cards. And so you stuck around to the whole reading. I appreciate it. I love you. Thank you so much. It means a lot to me. I'm really like working out here trying to grow my channel. I know you Virgos appreciate hard work. So go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button for me. So let's see what the dark confession is. So before we what is the person in your past, from your childhood, your parents maybe, what would they say to you about the situations that have caused you to experience hurt and pain when it comes to love? Yes, that was a very specific question. Spirit likes you to be very specific because it is not human. It does not have time to guess what we want. I'm just kidding. It already knows what we want, I'm sure. I feel abandoned by you, and it's triggering my childhood traumas. Damn. I got this for another person too in the last reading. So much of Leo is blending into Virgo. You could have a Leo parent or someone heavy Leo energy. So somehow the person from your past, your family, whatever, maybe you don't have the best relationship with your parents. Maybe you are a reminder of what they went through as a kid, and they subconsciously maybe take it out on you because that's what happened to them, and they're just repeating a cycle. They're just living an ego in like this never-ending cycle of like, I'm hearing like use, abuse, discard, repeat, abuse, misuse, abuse, discard, where they like to go through this cycle of like they abusing people, misusing people, and then discarding them, and that's because they felt like that when they were a kid. Yeah, so there's all kinds of traumas here. What is your response to that? Like as a kid, what was you feeling? What was your feelings towards this as a child, or whenever this made you feel like this? My masks keep me safe. I need to fake my feelings. My mask keeps me safe. I need to fake my feelings. So yeah, you've learned how to just bear and grin it. And I feel like your mask is sometimes projecting. You could have been someone who was like, if someone saw you happy as a kid, this person could have like really tried to like make sure that you weren't happy. Like, I feel overwhelmed. I'm drowning in my own thoughts. Yeah, when you think about this shit from your past, it could be very overwhelming for you. And I feel like the people around you probably already know this before you could even tell them, just because you are. It's like you wear your heart on your sleeve, but you don't realize it. But you have a mask on. It's weird. It's a very layered energy with you. You're Virgo. You're so complex. That's why I love you so much. And because I'm Pisces and I'm super deep. So like the complexity mixed with the deepness that I want is like, I'm just like, let's unravel you for days and just like peel back layers and learn more and more and more about you. All right. I feel overwhelmed and I'm drowning in my own thoughts. This is definitely that person who in your current is trying to make you feel bad. They feel bad. This person is a reflection of your childhood manifesting in an adult body as a way for you to stand up for yourself and reclaim your power back and not allow yourself to feel manipulated or controlled by someone because you need to feel safe by making yourself feel small. I am embarrassed by my actions and I feel disgusted with myself. Yeah, and I don't understand that because you're shining right now. But like I said, there is someone here that is trying to make you feel really shitty about yourself. Maybe you feel bad about where you got something. If you, let's say, okay, maybe, this is just another example. Let's say you were studying for a test, right? Or you passed your board exams or whatever. Maybe you cheated on your exam. Maybe, you did something that was, and you feel bad about it. But if that's the case, girl, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. I came from a teacher. But no, I get it. This is self-imposed. That's definitely self-imposed. Last but not least, what is the oh, okay. You are really, what is this? I'm not gonna play with you. Ooh. My pride and ego got hurt, so I want revenge. I wanted you to hurt too. Wow. Revenge is such a powerful feeling, especially when it feels like it's so justified, right? But the thing is, and it's no wonder it came out over the self-sabotaging cards, I don't want you to want some revenge so badly that you self-sabotage what you're trying to manifest here. Don't be focused on the revenge. Be focused on the blessings of overcoming the strife and the tribulations that you've been through. All right, Virgo? Don't focus on the revenge that you need. Your revenge is going to be you walking around happier with your head held high, knowing that you have accomplished everything. You've healed yourself. You don't need to worry about the revenge. That person who's sitting around hating on you, talking shit on you, being mean to you, saying bad things about you, you know what? Their revenge is that they have to be themselves. That's their revenge. They're not going home sleeping well at night. Nobody who is making people feel terrible about themselves feel good about themselves. Did you see any positive cards come out about those other people? You bring up their childhood traumas. They don't feel good about themselves. These people, they are projecting all of their bullshit onto you, and you are gladly accepting it. Stop that shit. And it's so hard because you are such a deep diver and a thinker yourself that clearly that something must be true there. Like, you're gonna overanalyze it when really it's just these people know what the fuck they're doing. Okay? Where's it? These people know what the fuck they're doing, okay? They're not slow. They're just acting slow. They're creeping up on you. They know how to get into your skin. And they see this twin rising, and they want a piece of it or they want to destroy it. We can't let that happen. We have to protect our peace at all costs. All right. And with that being said, I love you. Drink water, be safe, and peace.